morning and welcome to the Creamy Kitchen. Today we're going to make something superb. It's going to be a decadent chocolate ganache ice cream. So we've got the ganache, we've got 2 tablespoons of oat flour, I've got 1/3 of a cup of coconut sugar, I've got 3/4 of a cup of steamed and mashed white sweet potato, a bit of salt, and I've got some plant milk. I'm not sure how much yet, so we can make it not as thick, and some vanilla, and I might add a splash of maple syrup in there too. So first of all, you're going to need to make the ganache, and this is what you're going to need to do. So to make the ganache, we need 3/4 of a cup of a vegan chocolate, and this is the one I use, 70% cocoa. We need a bit of salt, we need soy milk, and we need a little bit of olive oil. I don't normally use oils, but we just need a little bit to make it shiny. All we do is place the chocolate in the bowl. That's about 113 grams for 4 ounces of chocolate if you want to do it that way. Now we have to go over to the stove and warm up the milk. Okay, so all we need to do is add 1.5 cups of our soy milk to the pan. We add in there a pinch of salt. I've got Celtic sea salt here. And we let that come to a rolling boil. You can see it now starting to come to a rolling boil. You just get the little bubbles around the side. So it's not going to take long. You don't want it full boil. You just want it to start rolling from the edge, and that's when the milk's done. We basically just need it warm enough to melt the chocolate. So it is quite warm, and you've got the bubbles around the outside. So I'm going to take it off the heat now, and then we'll go and make the ganache. We just need to let it sit there for 3 to 5 minutes until the chocolate melts, and then we'll come and stir it up. Okay, it's been about 4 minutes. So we take off the lid and we start to whisk the chocolate into the milk, but we start from the center outwards. So we set that at room temperature now for about 15 to 20 minutes to let it cool down, and then we'll add it to our ice cream mix. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes, and I put a couple of tablespoons in the fridge to see how it turned out. So you can see it's sort of thickening up. I've actually put twice as much milk as you normally do when you make a ganache. So for a ganache, if you put in 8 ounces, which is nearly 2 cups of chocolate, you'll put in 1 cup of milk. But because I'm making an ice cream, I don't want it to be too thick. So I've put in double the amount of milk rather than half the amount of milk. Okay, so what we need to do now, we can just add a little bit of vanilla if you wish. And we had a splash of the olive oil. And then we're going to make it nice and shiny. And again from the middle outwards. You can see there, hopefully, how shiny it is. So all we need to do now is to make the ice cream. Okay, so now you're all ready to make the ice cream. You just need to add the ganache. Like I said before, I've doubled the amount of milk to make the ganache rather than half it. So if you have like a cup of chocolate, you would then heat up half a cup of milk. And that would make a nice thick spreadable ganache if you want to make a ganache. Okay, so we're going to add in our oat flour and our mashed sweet potato. I just did these in my Instant Pot, which is a great way to do everything. We'll add in the coconut sugar and a pinch of salt, some vanilla. I'm going to add in a dash of maple syrup. just to make it that bit more sweeter. Okay, so there looks to be quite a lot in there, so I'll just add milk by the 1/4 of a cup if it's too thick, but we might not have to add milk at all. So bring it forward, let's just blend that up. Okay, just check that out. It is thick, but I don't think I need to add any more milk, and plus there's a lot in there. And of course at this point that's where you taste it. Oh my goodness, this is going to be divine, trust me. That's delicious. Okay, so let's fill up our ice cream container. Okay, we get up to close to the fill line. So that's just enough mixture to get to the fill line. And there's hardly anything left in there, but again, I could add some soy milk to that and just have a nice chocolate milkshake. Okay, so let's just knock it down a little bit. Okay, so that looks delicious. So all I need to do is put it in the freezer for 24 hours and we'll come back tomorrow and make this delectable chocolate ganache ice cream. I'll see you then. Remember to keep it flat. Well, good morning and welcome back. Today we're going to finish off our delectable chocolate ganache ice cream. I'm going to mix in some chocolate pieces. And then we'll see how it turns out. Okay, so having a look at it, it's pretty flat on the top, so I don't need to do any scraping. Take these little bits off the top. So all we need to do is get it in the machine and turn it into ice cream. Okay, so I'll turn the machine on. And we'll hit light ice cream. Goodness, that got quite violent for a while. So we're really lucky that this beautiful little machine was actually made to industrial technology. It's based on the one that they use in the restaurants and that. So we're quite lucky because of that, so that it's not sort of breaking down or having problems with different things. Very nifty little machine and such a good price. Anyway, let's have a look and see if we need a respin first. It's quite thick. I'm not sure if it does or not. It's definitely not chalky, so I might chance it and not do the respin because we're going to put in the chocolate pieces, so I'm going to do a mix in, so that might be a little bit like a respin. So I just want to make a hole in the middle. Okay, add our chocolate bits. And then let's just do the mix in. I hope this works because this is going to be a delicious ice cream, I'm sure of it. Okay, and mix in. Okay, so cross your fingers. High expectations for this one. Oh wow, looks divine. Okay, so let's take it out of here. We'll do a little scoop and taste test and see how it's turned out. Okay, so there she is, beautiful. So it's quite thick, but it felt kind of soft then. So it'd be more like a soft serve. If you have like, if you have some cornets and put it in there, it'd be like a soft serve. Okay, so let's give it a taste test. Taste the chocolate bits. This, It is so, so, so smooth. Trust me. Give this to a child in a little cornet. Brilliant. No one would know that this isn't just normal ice cream. Honestly, the texture of this is so beautiful. The taste, excuse me, the taste is just pure chocolate. It is so, so good. I normally share my ice creams with my sister on the weekends. I ain't sharing this. It is beautiful. If you haven't made any of the ice creams I've got on this channel, make this one. Trust me, make it. It is divine. Doesn't need anything else. All the ingredients are perfect. So I really hope you enjoy this video, and I really hope that you make this one, and I'll see you in the next one.